Silence, please.
Peanut butter and jelly, Oreo cookie, zebra cake, wasn't white enough, wasn't black enough. These are all the things I had to go through growing up. And if you're anything like me, you're left with confusion, doubt, self-esteem issues, not knowing which way to go, not knowing who to talk to. Do you talk to your mom? Do you talk to your dad? Do you just keep it to yourself? Will your teachers understand? Will anybody understand me if they're not mixed like me? Welcome to MIA, Mixed in America. I am your host, Damian Dorn, aka Mr. Green Bay. This is the show where you go to hear truth, facts, and experience from black to white, exposing the gray area behind the stereotypes of America. All right. Welcome back to Mixed in America. I am your host, Damian Dorn, aka Mr. Green Bay. Hey, listen, all right, so we all know what's going on in the news, right? We all hear it. We all know what's up. So I couldn't even help but just hear this topic and just feel like I need to chime in on it as the host of Mixed in America. So I know a lot of people are going to be on one side or the other. And I'm going to choose to stay right where I'm at because I've always been where I'm at. And quite frankly, I'm talking about the man and the legend, the iconic artist, the fashion mogul, Mr. Kanye West. As we all know, Mr. Kanye West has been controversial over the years, especially in the hip hop industry, in the black community. And quite frankly, he has plateaued. I mean, he has broken through the plateau of the black community and has shocked the white community as well. Bravo, Kanye. So, as a mixed man in America, let me preface before I say anything, let me preface by saying, listen, I've already stated on past episodes that I'm okay with anyone that's pro-self. Like when you're pro-self, that is absolutely understandable 100%. But when your pro turns you anti, when you're so pro-self that you become anti other things, you're perpetuating a cycle. So with that being said, the topic at hand is Kanye West wearing a shirt that states "White Lives Matter." I mean, all right. Okay, so there's a couple ways I can approach this particular topic. And, first and foremost, let me just say this. I'm part white, I'm part black. All right. So I'm not picking a side. However, I'm not going to be oblivious to facts. The facts are white folks came, they destroy, they conquer, they kill, they lie, they cheat. All right. It's proven over and over and over again in history. Many, many wars, many famines, many oppressed people, proven over and over and over again. Okay. That's a fact. All right. White people, that's a fact. That's how you have the privilege that you have today, is because the white forefathers before the ones that are on the planet right now were conquerors, were destroyers, there's just a list of characteristics that go into what it takes to be able to do to people what has been done to people by the white culture, right? So that is a fact. Now, black folks, I love my black folks. Everybody knows I got plenty black homies. Love my black folks. Now, mind you, if you know me, you know that, I'm pretty light skinned. I'm pretty fair skinned. So, when I had hair, you knew I wasn't white, but you didn't really think I was black. So I can't really attest too much as to my black folks and what they go through. But what I can say is that it ain't right. I can say that driving while black or banking while black or doing anything while black in America is absolutely asinine. What I can say is I love my black folks, especially the go-getters, the grinders, the hustlers, right? The tenacity, the character, the resilience, the heart, right? The courage that it takes to stand up and fight, even though you know you're fighting a system way bigger than yourself, right? Like, bravo. Like, I love that. Like, that's what I tap into. Like, I tap into that, man, that let's go. Like, can't nothing stop us or tear us down. Like, I love that about my black folks, right? And don't get me wrong, you know, there's some black folks that act ignorant and there's some white folks that act ignorant, and I don't like either of those types of people. You know what I mean? I once was ignorant, and I've been ignorant to white people. I've been ignorant to black folks, and you know, I didn't exclude any particular person because of the skin color. There's just times where I was ignorant to people, and for that I apologize. But my point is, human beings are human beings. And I'll say this till I'm blue in the face. A soul doesn't have a color. It has a vibration. So, you know, when it's all said and done, you can tell the vibration of a person. So I'm not necessarily saying that all black people are great and all white people are bad, or all white people are great and all black people are bad. But what I'm saying is it ain't the skin color that makes the difference. All right. It's what goes inside our head. It's what we allow to take root in our heart. You know, that's what makes a difference in a person. You know, I've seen both do great things. I've seen both do horrible things. So my opinion on the Kanye West situation is the man is a genius. I will always say that. I've said that since College Dropout. You know, that album got me through some hard times. You know, I definitely listen to his interviews and listen to what he's saying. And even though he creates shock value with his words, I can't say I disagree with everything that he's saying. I can't say that I 100% understand enough to agree with what he's saying, but I definitely thank him for saying it because it makes me think. It makes me not take the status quo and just adopt that as my philosophy or practice or principles. I do love that he challenges the status quo. I do love that he challenges the mainstream. I do love that he challenges black folks. He challenges white folks. I do love that he likes to think outside the box, if you will. So there's a lot of things that it takes for him to be who he is in order to get what he's doing done. And he is definitely succeeding at capturing the world's attention. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I ain't even captured my city's attention. For one man to capture the world audience, I mean, let's really throw flowers where they need to be thrown, you know? So is he wrong or right? I mean, I guess in what retrospect you look. Is he wrong for wearing a White Lives Matter shirt? Well, essentially, no. He's not wrong for wearing the White Lives Matter shirt, in my opinion. Do I know the reason why? No, I can't pinpoint the reason why he wore the White Lives Matter shirt. Can I understand why black folks are mad? Hell yeah, damn right. Absolutely, 100%. I can understand why any black American is upset with Kanye West right now. Absolutely, 100%. Like, dog, what is you doing? You didn't run that by us. Like, you didn't email the brothers and say, yo, I'm about to do something that's gonna shock the world. I just need y'all to have my back. You didn't give us a heads up. You didn't say, hey man, I'm about to cheat on my girl, but I'm gonna tell her I'm with you. So I want you to know in case she call you. Like, you got to warn a brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, that didn't happen. So I get the shock factor. I get why people are upset. I've heard a whole bunch of things about Kanye West over the last couple interviews or articles that I looked over or watched or what have you. And, you know, I mean, I've heard Russell Simmons say a few things White people have come and supremacy came with it, and that culture needs to be destroyed. The white supremacy culture needs to be destroyed. I'm okay with you thinking you're supreme. I'm okay with that, but don't act or treat me as if I'm not. So I don't know necessarily if I agree with Russell Simmons with that statement. Black Lives Matter don't mean white people don't matter. Russell Simmons also followed up with. I think I remember hearing white people say the same thing about Black Lives Matter. White lives matter. Black lives doesn't mean that white lives don't matter. White lives matter don't mean that black lives don't matter. So both parties can have that same argument. So therefore, I think it's a moot point. Black people haven't been represented and supported. They've been exploited and treated less than equal. I 100% can agree with that statement. I 100% can agree with that statement. There's facts beyond facts that also support the fact that black folks don't get a fair shake when it comes to getting their shit together, when it comes to, getting out the hood or getting a good gig or buying a car that's going to get them to where they got to go, or buying a house for their family so that they can get out of poverty. Like it's a challenge. It's a hoop. It's a hurdle. It's an obstacle. It's always something in a lot of the situations or scenarios that I've been privy to when it comes to black folks getting out of the poverty loop. So, I think I can agree that equality is something that we all deserve, and oppressors need to hear Black Lives Matter. And quite frankly, Black lives do matter, matter more than we give credit to. The fact that, as a mixed man in America, I can sit here and I can be like, yo, listen, black folks, I love y'all, but we got to do better. And and they would say, yo, you shut your yellow ass up, like you don't know our struggle, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, okay, cool. And I get it. Right. So, I can root for my brothers. I can root for my sisters. I can turn a blind eye to ignorance. I can, but I cannot deny stupidity. I cannot deny racism is stupid. It's the idea is stupid. But it was all economic based. And when we realize that as a culture, as a people, that they are using our color, our melanin to get paid on so many levels, we would do better. We would grow. Understanding and knowing that we are powerful as a people is literally what they're afraid of when it's all said and done. So that's why they use all the tools that they use to keep the black folks divided or uneducated or uninterested or entertained, if you will. So, we have to think about this White Lives Matter as a stunt to distract. What is Kanye West distracting us for? Or what is he trying to say? There's always something hidden magic, right? There's always something behind the scenes that's going on that we don't necessarily know about, but somebody may be trying to hint to it, right? So we got to think about those types of things too. Like, I'm not necessarily going to dismiss Kanye West. I'm not necessarily going to say, yeah, man, I support 100% what he's doing, his movement right now. But what I will say is that, Black Lives Matter, white lives matter, mixed lives matter. I'm mixed in America. This is Mixed in America podcast. So mixed lives matter. Like, I don't want my son growing up feeling like he has to pick a side. He's only a quarter black. I'm half black, so he's only a quarter black. So you mean to tell me he's got to choose to be white? He's a quarter black. He can't choose to be black? And what is black? What is white? But what we perceive it to be. So I teach my son just to be the best version of himself, like what he likes, stand on what he doesn't like, and always grow and develop and be better person you are today than you were yesterday, regardless of your skin tone, regardless of any of that. Now, mind you, he is pretty fair skinned, so he's not going to have those, oh, you must be black scenarios, right? Driving while black, banking while black, et cetera, et cetera. So I understand the frustration and pain that my black people bear. I do, and I wish there was something I personally can do about it. But we all know one man don't create no band. So we're gonna have to come together as a people, And I think Russell Simmons said something that was powerful. He said that, now is not the right time for Kanye West to distract the movement. And I can agree with that. I can agree that, black folks have made leaps and bounds over the last 10, 15, 20 years. And we're far from equality. We're far from, having our place, things of that nature. We're far from it. So I get that, but if I can be 100, there's so much that we need to do as a culture, Black American culture, right? In my opinion, there's so much that needs to be done that we have to get off the entertainment factor. We have to get off the just being plugged into a system that wasn't designed for black folks, and me being a mixed man, I just hope that I can talk about this topic and people will listen to me and just hear what I'm saying and not really, take offense, but maybe take heed and let the seed plant, let the seed root. And we all can make a change together. I swear that it's not going to be one person. It's going to be a movement, but we have to move in the right direction. And we can't mimic what our oppressors do. Like, why do we want to be equal to our oppressor? Like, that doesn't really make sense to me. I don't want to be like my oppressor, right? Then I'm an oppressor myself. Like, that doesn't make sense to me. So I think we should be the gods that we were designed to be and be godly and share love and spread joy and prosperity and abundance. And until we, look at ourselves as such and understand that we are all the same body of people, we're just cells in a larger body, right? Like, we're one person, but there's billions of people. So we all affect each other. We all are intertwined with each other. So, Kanye West, man, you really did it with this one, man. I can't wait to hear what the follow-up is. Listen, this is Damian Dorn. This is Mixed in America. I am your host, and I am proud to announce that I am a mixed man. My dad was black. My mom was white. And there's a lot of gray area in society. There's a lot of gray area in America. And this podcast is strictly for discussing topics like this and hopefully me giving an inside look as to why I see right or wrong, or I can agree with or disagree with certain things from a mixed man's perspective. So I hope I didn't hurt anybody's feelings. I hope you're not turned off. I hope that you hit those like buttons and subscribe and follow and all that good stuff when you hear this podcast, and know that there's going to be more podcasts like this. And I hope to have topics like this opened up with a panel of people and we discuss this live, or at least in person on camera. I mean, I think that would be a great opportunity. So be on the lookout for some of that coming up real soon. I'm sorry this podcast got out late to my listeners. I love y'all. Thank you so much. Again, my name is Damian Dorn. This is MIA, Mixed in America.
Life is not so black and white, and there is too much gray area not to talk about it. Thank you for listening. Look forward to having you back next time as we discuss truth, facts, and experience, exposing the gray areas and stereotypes behind America herself.